Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. So, since about, let's see, 3:30, I decided to work this morning. I also decided to drive Uber. Those of you that don't know, I do so much. Like, I have multiple sources of income. I have multiple jobs. I'm always doing something. Because in order to be able to live the lifestyle I live, you have to work. Like, you cannot be sitting around chilling in no damn San Francisco. Like, the way that, things are here, it's expensive to live here. And I just moved. My son is 11 months. He'll be a year old very, very soon. And I have been trying very hard for, months now. Even when I was pregnant, to get his father, priest, to put whatever emotions he has to the decide to be a father. Like when I was pregnant, I would send him emails with ultrasound pictures and updates with doctor's appointments, and he would ignore every single email. Um, he hasn't even acknowledged the fact that he abandoned me in a hotel. That's still something he has refused to admit. When a man leaves a woman that he no longer wants to be in a relationship with, that's normal. Like people do that all of the time. Men do that all of the time. That's not nothing, we aren't used to seeing. That's a part of life. And so, when these men do leave these women, if these women do happen to be pregnant, discontinuing talking to these women altogether by blocking phone numbers or not answering phones, block them on social media, that's extreme. Okay, so um Priest keeps pushing this narrative that because he came to me and asked me and told me, not asked me, and told me that he wanted to date his ex, and I said, okay, then gather your things, then that means I put him out. When it was, nigga, you asked to leave, and all I did you hasn't been able to admit to in me in a hotel. Got enough footage of me in a hotel by myself wondering what the footage where he was, his own family, shit like that. So I have more than enough proof to prove that this man abandoned me. I'll get onto YouTube, okay, and then I'll tell my other women, to teach women to not do what I did, to teach women to choose better, to get involved with these men, to know the signs of when they're dealing with someone who is good for them. For some reason, and I get it. I think I understand YouTube and rumors, and I just like, what is any of this have to do with our son? Most of the people around us that know both of us, they're trying to convince me to continue to give priests a number of chances over and over, right? So priest has a few family members who are trying to encourage me to continue to give priest a number of chances to fix this situation with me and his son. And I've given him, like I said, I've given him more than enough opportunities just over and over and over just to fix the situation because I'm a solution based type of person. Like if when I get onto social media and I share my story about me and my son's father, again, it's a solution based intention. It's so I can get women to understand that the mistakes I made, please don't make them. And for men to understand that the mistakes that pre made, please don't. Other people that will criticize me for it, and I don't care. I was so mad in life, I decided to share the story. But like I said, my son's father continues to take that personally. And I think he's taking it personally because he still hasn't accepted the fact that he participated in such a behavior. Like it's such a disgusting behavior to leave a pregnant, sick woman in a hotel. As a man, I can only imagine if you have any bit of a conscience. I can only imagine as a man how feel what that guilt is doing to you. Okay, so I'm still not gonna make excuses for this man because I no longer am on his side. You see what I'm saying? The day has come where I'm done completely. And so everybody is like encouraging me to, my son's birthday. My son's birthday is coming up. Like I said, he's about to be a year old, and his birthday is coming up. And so my intentions, my plans were to take my son to Hawaii for his birthday, his trip to Atlanta. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have a birthday party for my son in Atlanta. I haven't been to Atlanta for a year. My friends haven't seen me. Let me just do the party in Atlanta. So I contact one of Priest's relatives who I always talk to all of the time. We talk daily. I mean, we're always communicating. Like, she seems like a sister to me. She seems like a relative to me. You know what I'm saying? Like a real, like my relative, right? Not. And she wants to be on my YouTube channel so bad to talk about the situation because he didn't try to clean up the mess himself. Because when you get online and you say things and you lie and then the truth comes out about your lies, the best thing that you can do is say, okay, I apologize for accusing this person of this or blah, blah, blah. Priest hasn't done that. Okay, he hasn't done that. And excuse my connection if it keeps. Priest's cousin was him. So she wants to get on to my YouTube channel, and I won't do it. I won't. And she's been asking for months. Like, I think it's been like 5 months. She's been asking, and I want to put her on, but at the same time, it's just like that's just too messy. Like what I haven't done, if you've noticed, what I haven't done on my channel is have someone else talk about priests, or I've never did an interview and with the enemy of priests or someone who was on my side or priest side. What I did was, like, the last time I did an interview about this, it was the first and the last one. It was on of someone who's neutral. But what priest did was pick my enemies and make interviews with them, you know? And I won't do that. And I won't. It's almost like these are our family members. I don't want to put my family members on outside of my mom. My mom has been on my channel, and my daughter. Outside of that, I just don't want to add on. Like my daughter's father, I'll never put him on YouTube because people tried to invade privacy before, and I just won't do it. So I can't put Priest's cousin on YouTube, as bad as she wants to be on here and tell you guys the truth, because she wants everyone to understand I am a good person and the lies that are being told about me on YouTube are a problem. And Priest has been lying, and she wants people to understand that he's admitted to his lies to her. And I just can't, I don't know, I just can't bring myself to do that. Like, I just think that's just low. And a lot of the stuff that's I feel is low, Priest would have done to me in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a low type of person. He's like the worst mistake I ever made. He was a mistake. Choosing him was the worst choice I have ever made. And at the same time, it's the best choice that I ever made, because I wouldn't have justice if I was never with Priest. So it's like a bittersweet situation here. So anyway, my son's birthday is coming up. All right. And for his first birthday, I wanted to take Hawaii. And a flight to Hawaii ain't that much, because Hawaii right here. I'm in California. It's like right next to me, just over some water, right? So it's cheap. And so I was just gonna take my son over there, and that was just gonna be his first trip. But everyone was like, why don't you come to Atlanta? So I tell Priest's cousin, we're coming to Atlanta. Let's make sure we link up so you can see Justice. And then I started talking to everybody, like my friends and people who haven't seen me in a long time. And everyone wants to see me and Justice. So I was like, why don't we just have a party? So I start planning a birthday party for my son in Atlanta. Okay? My close friends, my family, no public shit. But my close friends, my family, everybody was just gonna fly in. Priest's family from Florida, my family from Maryland, me and my mom was gonna come from California. We were just going to, just all meet in Atlanta for Justice's birthday. So I tell Priest's cousin and Priest's aunt, and they're like, okay, when you get the invitation, send the invitation. So Priest's cousin decides that she's going to invite Priest. I'm not talking to him, of course. Talking to him is difficult. I haven't talked to him in pretty much a month because he's still lying and still being disrespectful and rude and ugly and all types of stuff. And I just don't have time for it. I got to take care of justice. So she's like, I'm going to link up with Priest and I'm going to talk to him because, like I said, Priest's cousin and aunt are the only two people who are in close vicinity of him who are trying to do something positive for him, because Priest is one of those people who lacks guidance. Like, there was no one there to teach him how to be a man. There was no one there to teach him how to be a husband. There was no one there to teach him how to be an honest, like, good, upstanding person, right? So he's fucked up a lot in his life. So between me, his cousin, and his aunt, we're sitting here trying to teach him, well, at least be a father. Like, you don't have to like Soncerae. Soncerae doesn't have to like you. Soncerae doesn't like you. Okay? Like, and I'm sure you not feeling Soncerae. Okay? But you have to be a father still, because you two still have a family together, whether you two like each other or not. So this is the premise that his aunt and his cousin are having, and I'm having that same premise because I'm just like, if it ain't about justice, I don't want to talk about it. So she schedules to meet up with Priest so she can talk to him, and he tells her he's coming, and they set up a time. And apparently, instead of him showing up, he decides to stand her up, doesn't call anything, right? Now, when I find this out later because I didn't hit her up for like a couple of days. So I didn't know what was going on, right? Because I'm working, she's working, so sometimes we miss each other. So I ended up talking to her and she said, he didn't show up. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna cancel the whole thing altogether. I'm just gonna cancel it. But one more time before I decide to cancel going to Atlanta, I called Priest and I said, listen, number one, pay your child support because you owe over $500. You're 2 months behind. Don't let it stack up. Call the child support services place and set up child support payments, because you don't want to be back on your child support, because then I'm going to have to file a motion, and that's how you end up in jail or arrested or license suspended or something foolish like that, when you could have just communicated with someone about where you stand. That makes sense. So if you're a man and you're on child support and you're behind on it, and make payment arrangements so that you won't get in a position to where something is taken away from you, like your tax refund or your license or your passport or your freedom in general, and you end up in jail. So I'm telling Priest this. Now, mind you, he didn't answer the phone, so I'm telling him this over the phone. This happened Monday. This is Sunday. Today's Sunday, Easter Sunday. Monday, I called him and said this. I said, listen, pay your child support or I'm going to have to file a motion that you haven't paid it. That's number one. Number two, you stood your cousin up when she was only trying to meet with you so she can invite you to Justice's birthday party on his birthday. She wants to talk to you about being a father. I said, you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. You know what I mean? Eventually, we're going to have to talk because we got a co-parent. So we're going to have to communicate on an adult level in order for this to go right. So I'm telling him this via voicemail. I'm saying, that's all your cousin wanted. So if you want to go to Justice's party, let somebody know. All right? So Tuesday go by, Wednesday go by, Thursday gets here. Okay? I talked to his cousin. And his cousin says to me, he called me on Monday. Priest called me on Monday. And he said he wanted to come to the birthday party, so send invitation. Now, by this time, I hadn't sent invitations yet. I hadn't sent to anybody, because my thing is, I'm not going to go out my way to fly all the way to Atlanta with my son and invite his father, and his father don't show up. Like, that's too much energy. That's me putting my son in a position to be hurt or neglected or something. So it's like, if the nigga's not going to come, then what's the point of putting together like this party so he can meet his son or his family can meet his son? Because that's all I'm concerned about. The fact that it's been almost a year and Priest hasn't met Justice. That's in my mind. Like, something is wrong with that to me. So I've been trying to fix the situation. So she says, Priest says he wants to come to Justice's birthday party in Atlanta. Send the invitation. Now, I'm like, okay, let me get the invitation designed and I'll send it out. I get the invitation designed. I send it to Priest's cousin. I send it to Priest's aunt. Now, I tell Priest's aunts, I want Priest's family there. His mother, his siblings, his mother's husband, his siblings' husbands and wives, their children. It doesn't matter who it is, just Priest's family, because Justice needs to meet his family. Justice doesn't live in Atlanta, so with him coming to Atlanta, you would think his family in Atlanta will gather together to meet him. So his aunt Julia is her name, Julia, and his cousin is named Big Red. I call her Big Red, but her name is Shauna. So we just gonna put names to these people. Shauna is very important to me. Julia is very important to me. Okay? I send Julia the invitation. I say to Julia, invite the family. She sends out the invitation to everybody. Shauna gets the invitation. The invitation ain't been sent out a solid 10 minutes. I promise you, it ain't even been a solid 10 minutes. This was just yesterday. The invitation wasn't sent out a solid 10 minutes and the drama started immediately. And I said to everybody, like, I don't know how y'all could make some drama off of a child's birthday party. I don't know how this happened, but for some reason, Priest ends up angry at his Aunt Julia, and he's mad because she sent it out to the family. And I'm like, well, I asked her to do it, and all she's trying to do is make peace. She ain't trying to hurt nobody. She ain't trying to start drama. She just wants everybody to come together for the baby. That's all Aunt Julia talks about. Aunt Julia about some positivity, and so is Shauna. That's all they talk about. It's not no gossip. It's not nobody trying to hurt nobody. It's not no negativity. We never have negative conversations with each other. Not ever. We ain't never had no arguments. We ain't never gossip. We ain't never said, oh, did you heard? Blah, blah, blah. Me, Shauna, and Julia don't have those conversations. When we talk about justice. That's it. And trying to get Priest to take care of Justice. That's it. So Priest ends up mad at Aunt Julia for sending out the invitation to the family, which was something that was kind and something that, was positive, because it's family over everything. It's family over foolishness. It's family over drama. It's all that. Justice is a kid. He does not know what's going on between adults. You don't take what's happening out with adults. You don't take it out on kids because they don't know. They don't know what's going on. So the fact that I can put my anger to the side in regards to Priest and some members of his family and still be able to and extend an olive branch to invite these people to my son's birthday party says a lot about my character, even though these people have done nothing, absolutely nothing to prove that they deserve to be in my presence or my son's. But instead of being judgmental, I said, I'm going to give these people the opportunity to show me they can be a positive family and not a dysfunctional one. Okay, so this is the opportunity right here for everybody. And this is not the first opportunity that I've given Priest and his family to prove that they're not dysfunctional. Okay? Priest is mad at Julia for sending out the invitation. Tells Shauna that he's not going to go to Justice's birthday party because he's mad at me. And then Shauna tells me something about me talking about Priest on the radio. And I'm thinking, I was on the radio? I never talked about Priest on the radio. She was like, you said something about him on the radio. I don't know what he's talking about. I said, I was never on the radio talking about Priest. I don't know what he's talking about. Then it occurred to me that just the other day on my YouTube channel, I put up a clip of a radio personality here in the Bay giving me a shout out because when I'm driving Uber, like I drive Uber sometimes, like I'll drive Uber maybe 4 hours today to get like a little quick $300 or something, right? And sometimes when I do long rides, like I'll do 73-minute rides. Like it'll be an hour to 2 hour long ride sometimes. And I did this long 73-hour ride with a lady, and I've done it more than once, so I don't know which lady it was. And I told the woman the story of how I moved to California. And when she was in the car with me, we were listening to this radio show. That's my favorite radio show that I listen to in the morning if I'm driving Uber in the morning time. So the woman decides to call up the morning show and tell them about me. So the radio personality gives me a shout out and shouts out my YouTube channel on the radio. So I put the clip of the guy giving me the shout out on my YouTube channel the other day. So Priest is sitting here using the fact that a radio personality gave me a shout out as a reason for him to not come to his son's birthday party. How does that go together? This is the problem that I'm having with him. Just Monday, he tells Shauna to ask to send him an invitation to Justice's birthday party so he can come. He gets the invitation. Now he's saying he's not going to come because he's mad at me. It has nothing to do with Justice. He's never met Justice. His own flesh and blood. His own flesh and blood. And he's mad over a radio shout out? Like, this is the petty shit that I'm dealing with in regards to Priest. And don't even get me started on this thing with his mom. Let's talk about his mom for a second, because I cannot understand why a grandma would even do any of the things that this woman has. Okay? And I always liked Priest's mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought she was the coolest. So she has not reached out to me to even check up on Justice at all. I don't know what grandmother in their right mind would do that. Because I know for me, like I've said in other videos, if my son ever was to get some girl pregnant, ain't no way in hell he'd be walking around acting like Priest. I would just teach my son better than that. You heard him say, like, that's not no. Number one, you was man enough to lay up with this woman. You man enough to be a father of the child that you two created. It ain't gonna be no, I'ma just let you be a fuck up or a deadbeat dad. That don't fly by me. Okay, I'm not that type of mother. You understand? Like, my son is not gonna get away with no shit like that. All right. Now, Priest gave his mother, according to what's been told to me, Priest gave his mother an ultimatum and told her that she had to choose between him or Justice. So if she reached out to me to check on her grandson, he was going to discontinue talking to her. If that ain't some narcissistic shit, I don't know what is. You are putting your own mother in a position to choose between you and a child, a baby, a innocent child that knows nothing about this hatred and immaturity. And you give your mom that ultimatum? So his mom is on some I'm not going to lose my son for my grandson tip. Right? So this is what I'm dealing with this situation. And because I've tried so many times to be cordial with Priest on a level to where I just want him to be a father. I haven't called him to try to get back with him. I haven't called him to start arguments. I mean, the last time we was on the phone, I said, Priest, I need you to listen to me, because if you listen, you will understand. But he refuses to listen. He'll listen to you guys on social media, because I know it was someone that said to him, Soncerae was on the radio, because Priest is not sitting around here watching Soncerae's videos. What he's doing is listening to messy ass people on YouTube. That's what he's doing. Like, and thinking these people are like know me. He's listening to complete strangers. Meanwhile, anyone that knows us in real life, he's completely ignoring. He's buying into anything anyone says on YouTube and trying to use it as a crutch for why he isn't taking responsibility for justice. So let's talk about child support. Child support, he asked to be on. When I was pregnant, he asked to be on child support. Hits me up in January, asked me to take him off. By this time, I can't even take him off. Okay? Because number one, I need the child support to be there in order to get other things in regards to justice. Because in the state of California, they have a certain set of laws where priest has to be on child support for me to get certain things like medical benefits or something like that for justice. So he asked me to take him off child support. I'm like, definitely not going to do that. Shauna's encouraging me not to do that. The world is encouraging me not to take Reese off child support, right? And the reason why I'm even giving him 300 more chances to be a father is because everyone is encouraging me to do so. Because if it was up to me, I would not talk to that nigga ever again. Like when I was pregnant, I knew I never wanted to talk to him again. But having conversations with other people who may have experienced what I had, or having conversations with his relatives or my relatives, everyone has been encouraging me to make room for Priest to be a father to Justice. So all I've done within the past year is try to create a space for Priest to be a father to Justice. So I haven't like contacted him, talking about the relationship. I don't contact the nigga on no drama or nothing. That's not what I do. The last time we talked, I said, Priest, you have to listen. If you hear me speaking, you will hear me say, I just want this shit to be done. I just want peace. I don't want to talk about this shit. I don't want to get back together. I don't care about what you said, what you did. All that shit is over. I want to be done with it. What do you want to do in order to make this situation smooth so you can see your son? That's all I care about. But before I could even finish saying that goddamn sentence, he's screaming at me about YouTube. Shauna's talking to me. Shauna's like, all Luther care about is YouTube. All he care about is YouTube. All Priest care about is YouTube. YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. That's all he talk about. YouTube. That's all he care about is YouTube. Nothing else. He don't care about justice. He don't care about Soncerae. He don't care about Sidonia. He don't care about his aunt Julia. He don't care about Shauna. You know what he cares about? YouTube. Y'all. He care about what y'all think about him. Not him actually putting forth the energy to become a better man so he could be a good father. But he cares that I'm telling the truth about him and my experiences with him so I can help other people. He doesn't want me to tell our story. And honestly, if I was a man who did the fucked up shit he did, I would try to do whatever I could too to make people believe that I wasn't the man that this person is trying to make me out to be. I wouldn't want them to tell that story of my fuck up either. And I said to him yesterday, no, was it this morning? I don't know. I think it was this morning. I text him because my text to him this morning it's going to be the last time I speak to him in general because I can't deal with him anymore. So, damn, I said to him, this situation, the way things are, how things happen is your fault. And to try to guilt trip me, to try to make me feel bad about sharing my story is something that someone who is abusive would do. You don't want to apologize or fix the problem. You just mad because I told people we had a problem. And the reason why I decided to share the story of us having the problem that we had was so that people can understand that this type of situation between my son, me, and his father is not normal. And the Black community tends to normalize this shit And there's nothing normal about a man abandoning a woman in a hotel simply so he can sleep around with other women or get back with his ex. Nor is it okay to, after you upset because your ex done told people y'all broke up and she pregnant, nor is it okay for you to get on social media, lie some fucking more, and say that this woman is a side chick that you never cared about, who tricked you into pregnancy by using a dating app, a fertility app, as if we didn't plan a child together, as if we didn't talk about legally being married to each other. See, I can sit here and I could talk to people about spiritual marriage all day between Priest and I. I could sit here and have that conversation with ease. That's easy. But people try to make fun of the spiritual marriage because they feel like it's more important than the legal marriage. What part of we were supposed to get legally married as well, people don't get. That's what y'all don't understand. This is a man I sat down and built a life with. We were looking for a house together. This is not some guy I was sitting down having some fling with or some secret affair with. So when this man got onto social media and humiliated me and tried to make it seem like he was this devoted husband to another woman, that was a very, very hurtful situation. And when I sit here and I tell this story over and over again, it's so women, all of you, who think you in a situation with the man to where he about to keep all of those promises. If you catch him in that first damn lie, that first one, let him go. Because when Priest lied to me the first time about his marriage, about him being separated, about where he lived at, I should have left his ass alone then. So for all of the women who try to put trust in men and, try to give men the opportunity to show them that they're good men, please learn a lesson from Soncerae. Anyone hearing my voice, understand that you can't be nice in that way. You can't look at a man who lied to you and expect that man to never lie to you again. Because sometimes the man that you're dealing with, that's just his character to be a liar. Because Priest didn't get on the social media and say, you know what, I did lie. I lied to her. I did all of this messed up stuff, and I apologize. I want to just be a father now. That's not what he did. What he decided to do was lie some more. That's what he did, lied some more. Oh, that baby ain't mine. Oh, she just a chick I ain't love. Oh, blah, 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 blah. So when I tell this story, it's so women can see me and hear me. You're not hearing advice from a person who hasn't gone through what you have. You're hearing advice from a person who went through it. So I can tell you the pain that I felt is not going to go in vain. So when I tell the story, it isn't to drag him. Fuck him. The story is so women can understand something. In order for us to be able to get out of these situations where men even think something like this is okay, we as women have to behave in a certain way to where we don't put up with shit. Nothing. Oh, you lied to me the first time? Goodbye. You break a promise the first time? Goodbye. It's no be understanding, and then it's this cycle of forgiveness where a person break your heart and then you forgive them, and then they break your heart and then you forgive them, and then it's this constant cycle of toxic behavior. Too many women are putting up with that shit, and I was that woman. When I tell you guys, Priest kept doing shit in our relationship, right? And I just now starting to get out of the place of where I kept saying in our marriage. I kept saying that because that's what I felt like I was building. So I'm just now starting to get to a point where I don't even say marriage anymore. I be about to say it and I be like, I can't say that. Inside of our relationship, one thing after another with him. And it always had something to do with some lie he told in regards to his ex, in regards to Sidonia every time. We never had an argument about nothing else. Nothing else. Just her. Now the problem with Priest is that everything that happened between me and him, he takes it out on Justice. That's the problem. So any man who's watching, if you want to learn a lesson, or if you want to be a woman and tell another person this story, if you just broke up with somebody, right? Or if you're not with somebody anymore and you two have kids together, all right? You two might not get along, but you two need to figure out a way to maturely be cordial with each other so you can co-parent. Don't you ever let your feelings or your frustrations with another human being stop you from being a father. If you want to be a father, if you want to be a father, right? There will be nothing in the world that will stop you from being that. That's a real father. A real father is someone who will fucking swim an ocean to get to their kids. They don't give a fuck what's going on. They will work their hardest to get to their kids. So that means literally being able to sit down and have a conversation with a person they don't necessarily like too much, just so they can smooth it out so they can see their damn kids. That's a father. That is a father. All that other shit people trying to tell you is fatherhood, getting upset because you got to pay child support, not coming to your kid's birthday party just because you mad at your baby mama. That is fuck shit. That is some little boy shit. That is not no real father shit. As a man, you do whatever you can. You fight for your kids, period. If you don't like your baby mama, cool. If you got a baby mama who's being chill and trying to let you see your child and you still causing a problem, and no one in your life is telling you, dude, this is some fuck shit, you doomed, my nigga. You in a really fucked up situation if you don't have that in your life. If you don't have a mother or a father or a friend or a girlfriend or a cousin or an auntie or some shit to tell you you fucking up, you really got a fucked up life. What have you done as an individual for you to not have anybody in your life that care about you enough to tell you, you fucking up, dude, you need to father your kids? See, you already fucked up as a husband. You already fucked up as a friend. The last thing that needs to be added to that list is you fucking up as a father. Don't take out your frustrations with your own life or your frustrations with your relationship with your kid's mother out on your kids. As much as I can't fucking stand Priest, as much as I hate this nigga, I never let my son know that. I will never let my son know that. He will never. Listen, he could come to me, ask me a question about his daddy. He ain't never gonna hear me be like, your dad's a piece of shit. Your dad did such and such. Your dad did blah, blah, blah. In my son's room is a collage of pictures of me and Priest. Mommy and daddy. That's all he know. He got a mama who love him. He got a daddy who love him. That's what Justice knows. I'm never, if the shoe was on the other foot and Priest had Justice, right? And Priest done moved on with his life. I ain't never seen Justice. Priest called me up. Justice is having a birthday party. I want you to come. You think I'm going to say no? You think I'm going to be like, oh no, nigga, because I hate you. I ain't going to come to Monkey Joe's. I ain't going to come to Chuck E. Cheese. I ain't going to come to any fucking trampoline place there is on the planet to see my son. It ain't like Priest asking me to come to his house and come to a barbecue. Dude asking me to come to a birthday party. Why would I say no to that? It ain't like he asking me to have a romantic dinner, candlelight by the beach. He's asking me to go to my own blood's birthday party. But I'm going to say no to that? You know why I'm not going to say no to that shit? Because I'm a good mother. Ain't no way in the world I would have gone this long without seeing something that was a part of me. After Priest found out that justice was his, is when he should have kicked into gear. Earlier this year, when he called me, he asked me to take him off child support, and I was like, I can't take you off child support, dude. Then I found out he was lying to the child support services office about where he lived and where he worked at. It pissed me off, because I'm like, you're still lying to me. You're still lying to me. When we was together, you lied to me. Now we broken up. We not even together, and you still lying to me. I even took it upon myself to apologize for shit I didn't even do, to be the bigger person. I apologize publicly. I apologize privately. I apologize in a fucking blog. I apologize in a video for shit I ain't even do. An apology I don't even deserve, just for my son. I will do anything for my son. Anything. After all of the fucked up shit that Priest has done, I still was like, okay, let me invite Priest to Justice's birthday party. He's saying he want to go. I invite him. Turn around and tell people he's not going because he's mad at me when he asked for an invitation. This is the shit I'm talking about. Like, he asked for child support. Now that he mad, he on it. That's what he do. Priest will ask for some shit, right? You give it to him. Then he mad you gave it to him. Does that make any fucking sense? He asked me to break up with him. Basically, I break up with him, he mad. He tried to leave 3 times. I'm like, dude, what you doing? We together, you tried to leave 3 times. What are you doing? Your reasoning behind leaving don't have nothing to do but you wanting to sleep with other women. That's it. You're not telling me anything other than, Soncerae, you're an amazing woman. I love you, but I want to be single because I want to sleep around. That's all Priest was saying to me. I don't think I've been single long enough. I don't think I'm ready. But then he get on the YouTube and tell y'all I'm like this horrible person that did all of this shit to him. And his cousin, Shauna, wants to get on the YouTube and tell y'all he lied. And I refuse to let her. I refuse to let her. I refuse to let her. Because my thing is, I want to protect her. I wanted to protect anybody who wanted to help the situation and not harm it. This is the stuff that I'm dealing with. So I share the shit that I'm dealing with as a lesson on how to handle people, situations, feelings. Because as much as I can't stand Priest and as much as I hate what he did to me, it's just an indication that I hate some memories of him. It isn't enough for me to try to keep him away from his son until he does the shit that he's doing right now. Oh, I'm not going to show up to my own son's birthday party. Oh, I'm not going to pay child support. I'm not even going to take care of him. Here's the funny thing about it. He's telling people I put him on child support because I only want him for money. Bitch nigga, I make more money than you do. You unemployed. What are you saying? Like that, what are you saying? Listen, child support isn't to fund my lifestyle. My lifestyle is going to be my lifestyle. This man told my mother, first of all, here's another thing he did, that he gets mad when someone makes him take accountability. That's what the problem is. When someone makes him take accountability or responsibility. He told Shauna, I know I'm behind on child support. If Justice needs anything, tell me. I will send dough. I will send some bread. He said this a month ago. My mother texts the man and says, can you send $100 for clothes, shoes, diapers, food? Just send $100. This man tells my mother, after he just told Shauna that we could ask, he tells my mother that I make more than enough money and I don't need his money and I'm only getting whatever is required or what's been ordered out of child Child support this nigga ain't even paying. That's what he does. He tells people to tell me shit as if we about to have some peace and the shit about to be smoothed out. But then when you try to hold him accountable for what he said, he hates it. The shit I'm dealing with here. That's the shit I'm dealing with. And this is the idiot that I picked. This is who I chose to have a child with. And you wonder why I keep telling the story, so women will never choose a person like this to lay up with, to be friends with, to have a baby with, to marry, because he does not have a good character. No man with a good character would do any of the things that I listed in this video. And what does it say about my character at the time for me to have chose such a piece of shit? I must have been like, and I reflect on this every day because I keep thinking, I'm an amazing person. Like, what? Like, how did I choose this? And I say this to my mom, and when my mom is sitting in front of me, I'm like, Ma, what made me choose this guy? What made me choose him? And you know what he says to me, and my friend says to me, and people that, met both of us, you know what they say to me? That man is a good manipulator. He manipulated you into believing he was something he was not. And now he's trying to convince people that you aren't who you are. You aren't the good person that you are. He's trying to convince people of that. So it can make him feel better about what he's done. Because honestly, think about it. Put yourself in the shoes of a person who did something fucked up to a good person. Think about it. Have you ever done something fucked up to a good person who never did anything negative to you? Right? Have you ever done that? Did it make you feel better if you thought of some shit that they possibly did to you in order to justify what you did to them? It feels better, don't it? It's easier to swallow the mistake you made when you do that. That's what he's doing. He's trying to find anything to try to make it seem like I'm like this bad person so it can justify the shit he's done. See, once the relationship was over, right? There was no longer loyalty. There was no longer alliance between us. All of the things that, made our relationship sacred was gone. We were over. So now I'm in the position to where if I had his back before, I no longer have it. So now any of his secrets or mistakes or whatever, fair game. See, he thinks even after fucking me up, I'm not supposed to tell people he fucked me up. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. I hope y'all can hear me. I gotta cool off my phone. My phone getting too hot. Hold up. So after all the fucked up shit he's done to me, hold up, wait. My device might cut off. Even after all of the fucked up shit he's done to me, I'm supposed to be the down ass chick that doesn't put him on blast, that doesn't tell people what he's done. That's what everybody's trying to hold me to, this standard of, so what, he fucked you over, don't tell anyone, it's your business. No. Do you know the pain I went through? You probably don't. No matter how many times I try to explain it to you, you won't know. No matter how many times I try to tell you the trauma The pain it caused me from going through what I went through, you'll never know. I don't even want a woman to feel a small portion of what I felt. Not even a little bit. So I'm here as the donkey of the fucking day to say, bitches, please, when you meet these niggas that are full of shit, and you get like this instinct that tell you this nigga might be full of shit. Doesn't matter where you met him. You can met him at the beauty salon, barbershop, grocery store, Walmart, pizza place, dating app, car wash. It doesn't matter where you met him. Swimming practice, karate practice. It doesn't matter where you met him. If you get that instinct, I don't care if it's at church. When you get that instinct that something ain't right about a dude, listen. Listen every time. And when he shows you he's a fucked up person, don't let the words that come out his mouth, the lies that come out of his mouth, stop you from getting rid of his ass. Because when Priest showed me he was fucked up, I let his lies and promises keep me there. So now we're in a situation where we have a baby, and all of those lies and fuck shit and manipulative tactics and narcissistic shit that he was doing when we was in a relationship, and after we broke up, he is now doing to our son. And it's starting off already. And he and justice won't be won for another couple of weeks. And he's starting with the bullshit already. So what I'm telling you, don't be me and keep trying, because when Priest did the fuck shit when I was pregnant, I should have let it go then. Like, fuck him. Because I wanted to let it go. But family and friends, let him be a father. Give him a chance. And this man has squandered every single chance. I have given him every single opportunity because he's still in his feelings about the relationship. It don't have nothing to do with what he's telling people it has something to do with, because I'm not bringing the drama to him. This is what Soncerae is doing. Being a mother. All right? Making her bread off her YouTube channel. What I've been doing. Telling my story so that other women won't get involved in some type of shit like this. And live life being happy. I'm not calling Priest trying to be back with him. I'm not telling him I love you, boo. I'm not telling you let's get back together and be a big happy family. All I'm saying is, nigga, what you want to do about justice? You gonna pay your child support? Why you not paying your child support? Even the fact that I'm calling this man to say, you know, your child support is behind, and if you don't pay it by a certain time, I'm going to have to file a motion. So can you call the child support services office and make payment arrangements? The fact that I even went out my way to say that shit is amazing, because other shit would have been like, fuck him. Thanks to all the bitches that was like, Soncerae, fuck him. He's a bitch. Thank you, ladies. Because let me tell you something. It's women that hit me up in my inbox, right? I remember when I was pregnant. It's like, Soncerae, you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Niggas do this all the time. Write a book. Write a book. Do some seminars. Do some conferences. Tell the world about this fuck shit. Whatever you do. Because there's too many women out here that's going through what we're going through. Let's not get the millennials doing this, so they won't be hurt. Let's teach them so they won't go through this foolishness. So these kids can stop growing up in these toxic environments and then producing toxic relationships. I said, okay, let me work on Soncerae first, because I'm a little fucked up. Let me work on it. Let me fix me first. And then I can do that. So the moral of the story is, there are some bad fathers out there. Sorry. There are some bad fathers out there, really bad, who take their frustrations out on their kids. Don't be that dude. And ladies, when you find out Last night somebody was calling me from a private number. I put my phone number out there. My phone number is 929-399-6503. Texas. Texas. I don't answer private numbers. But anyway, so just don't do shit I've done. Please. Don't, I mean, especially not with that story. That's why I keep telling that story, because it's a fucked up one and I don't want y'all to ever do that. Okay? If a man ain't financially stable, don't fuck. The person that keeps calling me from a private number, you can unblock your number and I'll answer the phone. Like, I mean, because I know it's somebody in this live stream. Probably a troll. If a person isn't financially stable, don't. If a person tells you they're separated or they're still trying to get over another person, don't fuck with them. If a person tells you, oh, they still want to be friends with their ex, they want to be all tight and shit with their ex, don't fuck with them. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. If a person come to you talking about, oh, we signed the divorce papers, we divorced, even if the woman come to you, because remember, Sedonia came to me saying that them two was divorced. Even if the bitch is coming to you saying the shit too, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because this is the situation you get. Everything outside of that situation is amazing. My life outside of that situation is amazing. The only time I have some drama is when I'm dealing with him. Every other aspect of my life is smooth. Every friendship I got is amazing. Every relationship I got is fantastic. The only time I have some drama is when he around. And I knew it was like that when we was. He brought the drama when we was in a relationship. And instead of me being like, this nigga's bringing me a whole bunch of drama, maybe I should run, I tried to work with him and be understanding. Don't do that. Because that will trickle over into other areas of your life. I'm never talking to Priest again, okay? I finally am like, cut him off for good. I don't even want him to know we exist. So everybody who likes to gossip to Priest and tell Priest everything I say, don't forget to tell him this shit. Matter of fact, show him the video. Priest, do not call me to see your son. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You said you wasn't going to show up to your son's birthday party because of some fuck shit, some immature shit that lets me know for the rest of his life you going to take it out on him when you frustrated with me or some other people. Don't nobody got time for that. I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of trying to smooth things out and be peaceful. Never again. Don't call me later on. You don't pay your child support, I'ma just file a motion and your ass gonna go to jail. That's it. I'm also going to ask the judge for an increase because that little measly $300 a month that you pay ain't enough. So I'm asking for an increase. You don't pay it, that ain't my business, because I'm not here to be your mother. I'm not here to teach you how to be a man. And it wasn't until your cousin said that shit to me yesterday. It wasn't until some other friends of mine heard what the fuck you did in regards to our son's birthday party and said, Soncerae, you have to stop trying to teach this nigga how to be a man. He got to learn how to be a man on his own. And I'm tired of sitting here coddling your ass, trying to make it clear to you that all I want you to do is be a father, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be a man. You don't want to take accountability. You don't want to be responsible. You don't even want to be an amazing husband to any bitch. Not just me. You're not treating no woman good. It ain't no woman there on this planet that can say Priest is treating me amazing and didn't lie, cheat, manipulate, or anything on me. No woman can say that. Not Sedonia ass either. Okay, so you treating everybody the fucking same with the silent treatments and the manipulation and the lies and all of the fuck shit that you're doing. Listen, you're not going to do that to Justice. So now I'm in protective mode. I'm in mama bear mode. Now you won't see him ever. This situation is completely done. Completely done. Pay your child support. That's it. You could consider that shit another bill you got to pay. I'm not calling you to iron shit out. I done deleted your damn phone number. I done blocked your shit. Your family, I done blocked them. The only person I probably gonna keep talking to is Shauna. Everybody else, I'm not calling them. I'm not talking to your mom. I don't want to talk to none of them because apparently justice's welfare is on the line. I went through hell and high water to get to this place of happiness that I'm at right now. Without any real government assistance, my ass ain't on Section 8. My ass ain't on any of the things that y'all be trying to claim I'm on YouTube. All of the rumors that people spread about me all the time, or all of the lies and shit. I see it. From this point on, the gossiping people that love to reach out to Priest and tell him what I said, tell that nigga it is a wrap. He will never see me. He will never see justice. It is done. I will not reach out to him. Do not reach out to me. Shit's blocked. I'm tired of trying to make peace with him and his family and blah, 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 just for justice. Apparently, these people aren't supposed to be in Justice's life, and I'm completely okay with that. Me and my son will be fine. He's been taken care of just fine all of this time. We good over this place. So, in the future, what's going to happen is you're going to have an immense amount of regret for this entire situation, and you're going to want to run your ass back over here and try to meet your son. And it won't happen for you because you have squandered every single opportunity I have given you to just be a father. All you had to do is chill, co-parent. I wasn't trying to harm your situation, hurt your situation, told you can do whatever the fuck it is that you want to do outside of producing that divorce decree that you claim. You had. How many times you and Sedonia done told me y'all divorced? Lying to me. Still can't produce that divorce decree. I don't want to have nothing to do with this situation anymore. After this shit with my son's birthday party, I said, you know what? This dude is going to be doing this shit to my son for the rest of his life. And I'm not going to let Priest fuck up my son because of his own shit that he can't iron out because he ain't got enough sense to sit down and deal with his own feelings and his own shit. I'm all the way done. Fathers, be fathers to your son. You don't like your motherfucking baby mama? Cool. If she giving you a hard time and she won't let you see your son and you paying child support and doing everything that you fucking supposed to do, go to the court and get custody. If you doing what you're supposed to do. If you not doing what you're supposed to do and you got back child support and you playing all these games that Priest is playing, you need to man up. You need to find someone who's older than you and try to find a mentor or something because you fucked up. But then again, if you over 35 and you still acting like that, like Priest doing, you really fucked up. That's all I can say about that. I'm done with that. I'm completely done with that. I'm not going to let this man harm my son. And so many people, there was some people out there that said, Soncerae, all he going to do is be a fucked up ass parent. Just let his bitch ass walk. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Bitch nigga step. You ain't ever got the call. You ain't ever got to reach out. Don't do it. Don't do it because it's the door's closed. And I finally shut the shit because I've really been trying to shut the shit for a long time. But listening to family and friends, I've been trying to open up. And play fair and be a little kind and be a little nice, but fuck that. Them days are over. Thank y'all for the donations. I really appreciate that. My super chat, I can't see it. For some reason when I'm on the phone, I can't see my super chat. Clarence Walker, I love you too, honey. Thank you for that. I love you. Where's my other super chat? That's it. Clarence, you only did $3. Oh, here's another super chat. $1. Oh, they retracted their message. Childishness at its finest. Childishness at its finest. I did a good job of trying to be a good baby mama and shit. I ain't fucking with that. Not no more. I'm good. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all know I'm about to get off. Y'all know I only do an hour. Hey, yo, this is what I need y'all to do. If y'all have not watched Nyla Says channel, please watch it. I was in her live stream last night. She did a live stream about how social media breaks up marriages. And social media definitely tore up my shit between me and Priest because he was too insecure and didn't have enough sense to listen to me and decided to listen to other people instead of me. But he was already a fucked up person from the beginning. He was already manipulative and lying and insecure and shit. So it's still at the end of the day my fault for choosing someone like that to expose to YouTube. You understand? Because see, some people just don't get that when you a public figure or when you put yourself out there as just a personality, that there are going to be people out there that try to destroy your relationship. There's people out there that don't like to see people loving on each other. And when people seen me and Priest loving on each other and that I was doing, you know, my thing and falling in love with somebody and building something, they decided they wanted to do whatever they could to destroy it. Okay, so Priest was not prepared for something like that, and still to this day he has not grasped that concept. But when he does grasp the concept of that, it will be too far in the future and shit will be too fucked up. He has damaged the situation too much. Go to Nyla Says. That's what I was trying to say. Go to Nyla Says and subscribe. She had a very, very good live stream last night. And usually I don't be in live chats for a long time. I was in her live chat for like 2 hours or something like that. I never be in live chats that long. Like when I go into live chats, I might put something in there. Some troll might say something back. I get bored with it quick because the person inside of the chat is not moderating their chat thoroughly. But Nyla's chat, people was in there talking shit about me and I'm in there ignoring them and shit, moving on because I'm enjoying the conversation. Her moderators didn't kick in until later because they noticed that the fuck shit was getting too extreme, and so they kicked in, and then, you know, all the fuck shit stopped. But I don't usually stay in a live chat, so that says a lot. That actually sat through Nyla Says shit. That was a really good live stream. It was her, Cynthia G, Taz, 7 Stars, Tasha K, Nyla. Somebody tell Nyla to sit down with Lovely T too, because here's what I want people to understand. Lovely T is cool. She not like a bad person, you know what I mean? Like I don't want people to pick between Tasha and Lovely T. Like I don't really care for Tasha like that. But I sat in that live stream and talked to Tasha K. I mean, not talk to Tasha K. Listen to Tasha K and laugh, you know what I mean? Because I respect what she, you know, has done with her YouTube channel. I don't necessarily respect that the tools she used, like the drama she spread, but whatever. It's just how people feel some certain way about me talking about myself, you know. She talks about other people, I talk about myself, you know what I mean? People don't like that. So, you know, I just try to respect where she's standing and what she's doing. I ain't no Tasha K fan, but I ain't gonna sit here and try to, you know, like troll her and be like, fuck that bitch, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that deep, you know. So Nyla, I think Nyla should do a live stream with Lovely T as well, but I don't know what the topic would be, you know what I mean? Like I think Tasha K, inside of that specific live stream last night, it was a good topic because they were talking about, you know, marriages and how people on YouTube have tried to destroy marriages because they sit there and they spread rumors and lies and shit, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my hour. I'm done with y'all. I'll talk to y'all later now. Have vision and stay focused. Namaste. I said namaste.